Euro 2024 Qualifying Armenia vs Wales Prediction, Team News, Lineups Preview. Following successive wins in Group D, Wales have their Euro 2024 qualifying fate in their own hands as they visit Armenia on Saturday. Win victory will put them within 3 points of reaching next summer's finals. Having pulled off a superb defeat of group favourites Croatia last time out, the Dragons now aim to avenge a humbling home loss to Armenia earlier in the process, their hosts. Meanwhile, also remain in contention. Match Preview. With wins over rock-bottom Latvia and, far more impressively, recent World Cup bronze medalists Croatia, resurgent Wales took a huge step towards their third straight European Championship finals appearance last month. On a memorable night in Cardiff, Rob Page's side ran out 2-1 winners thanks to a Harry Wilson brace, and the Dragons can now qualify directly for Germany 2024 by beating Armenia and Turkey in their final 2 fixtures. Reaching a 4th major tournament from 5 would be quite an achievement, and as they sit level on points with their Croatian counterparts and boast a superior head-to-head record. They are now in pole position to join Group D leaders Turkey in the top 2. In fact, Wales will bypass a potential playoff and seal qualification this week if they turn over Armenia and Croatia lose to Latvia. Although the latter outcome is particularly improbable. Having never featured at a Euro finals until 2016, another summer spent amid Europe's elite is now within reach, which is a sharp change in fortunes after damaging back-to-back qualifying defeats in June had followed a below-par performance at last year's World Cup. Losing 4-2 to Armenia in a frenetic encounter at Cardiff City Stadium had even caused some to question Page's future as national boss, but he will now be keen to capitalize on his squad's upswing in momentum. Having stunned Wales with a volleyed opener from Lucas Zalarian, before going on to leave the Welsh capital with all 3 points, Armenia moved into contention for a first-ever major finals appearance during the summer and in quite some style. Zalarian scored again during the second half, and Grant Leon Ranos also helped himself to a brace, as a nation ranked 71 places below their hosts in FIFA's world rankings celebrated a landmark success. Head coach Alexander Petrikov, who saw his Ukraine team beaten by Wales in a World Cup playoff last year, will need to engineer another famous result in Yerevan this weekend, as Armenia have since lost 2 of their next 4 qualifiers to fall slightly off the pace. The former Soviet nation slipped up badly last month, failing to increase their tally of 7 points after suffering a shock defeat to lowly Latvia, who were still without a single point at that stage. A goal either side of the interval downed Petrikov's side in Riga, where they were unable to respond despite playing the latter stages with a one-man advantage. As a result, Armenia will now be unable to finish inside the all-important top 2 if they lose again on Saturday, or even if they draw and next week's opponents Croatia claim maximum points. Team News. Having recently returned to first-team action for Tottenham Hotspur, Quicksilver striker Brennan Johnson is back in the Wales squad after missing October's camp due to a hamstring injury. Captain Aaron Ramsey remains absent, though, so Johnson's Spurs teammate Ben Davies retains the armband. Elsewhere, Joe Morrell returns to the fold following suspension, and Rob Page has called up former England under-21 international fullback Jay De Silva for the first time, as well as Sunderland defender Neil Huggins. If selected to lead the Welsh forward line, Kiefer Moore will hope to redeem himself after being dismissed for an off-the-ball clash with Armenia goalkeeper Ognjen Kankarivic in June's reverse fixture. The hosts, meanwhile, will naturally revert to their strongest available 11 after making several changes in a 3-1 friendly defeat to North Macedonia last time out, leaning heavily on a widespread Armenian diaspora. Alexander Petrikov has again included players such as Argentina-born pair Lucas Zalarian and Norberto Briasco, alongside Sweden-born defender Andre Kalisur and midfielder Ugochukwu Iwu, originally from Nigeria. Slovan Bratislava winger Tigran Barsegian is the Armenians' leading active scorer with 9 goals and should start in support of Zalarian up front. Armenia possible starting lineup: Kankarivic, Kalisur, Aratunian, Mukherjee, Dashian, Iwo, Spurtsian, Tiknizian, Briasco, Barsegian, Zalarian. Wales possible starting lineup: Ward, Meffam, Roden, Davies, Roberts, J, James, Ampadu, Williams, Johnson, Wilson, Moore. We say, Armenia 1-2 Wales. Although they are right back in the mix for automatic qualification, Wales will not take anything for granted at Vazgen Sargsyan Republican Stadium. Matching the high of last month's heroics against Croatia may be a tall task, but the Dragons can still slay their tricky hosts by the slimmest of margins. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.